Joey's illustrates the importance of getting medical attention as quickly as possible to injured riders. Fred McSorley is a travelling doctor.
The idea of the bike really is to equip it, that it carries enough equipment to keep someone alive if they're critically ill for about a 10-minute period, in which case then I can call using the radio that I have for backup if necessary. Dr. McManus then comes in a jeep or a suitable vehicle equipped with a lot more equipment, and a paramedic and a communications officer as well. But what we have on the bike today, as I said, is fairly typical. I have an oxygen cylinder on the back with a high flow head, which will give me 15 litres a minute of oxygen, on a quick release system, which obviously is easy to lift off. It just sort of pulls off like that. The idea of having quick release is that if I'm in a field, as I was earlier on today, with a collapsed spectator, I just have to shout for oxygen, and the marshals can very quickly lift this off without sort of ripping something off the bike or disturbing the bike. I have a defibrillator. It's very small, very light, extremely compact, which is why I chose this particular model for the bike. And as you can see, its simplicity itself, it just charges up and is very, very easy to use. The majority of equipment, which is really quite expensive, has been raised from money obtained by a levy actually on the riders themselves. It's, I think, about 50 pence or 75 pence per rider per race. This is the radio, which is linked both to a small microphone here, which I can use to speak, a small button there to transmit, and also have a connection which is into the back of the helmet, so that when I'm riding I can actually hear what's happening around the circuit, and I can get an accurate location both to where the casualty is and also the extent of the problem. These are various airways that I use, and there are various intubation bits of kit and oxygen masks on a particular bag. I carry then a bag here which has suction equipment for use in airway problems, and then have a bag of various drugs with painkillers, drugs for cardiac arrest, drugs for diabetic problems, and then finally the intravenous kit with a pair of scissors for cutting the leathers, to have access to the intravenous circulation, obviously stethoscope and some of the intravenous fluids. Again, enough just to sort of keep me going until further backup can arrive.